Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. It's getting very close to dawn. Oh, you just couldn't get back to sleep, so you decided to log on? Perfect timing, Hasifa. Welcome, I'm glad you could make it. Okay, the upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, remember, we were trying to help Lynn get out of this place, and she's carrying... crap, what's her name? Her friend. She's like passed out. She's not dead, right? She's trying to carry her out of this place. The little lady, Camilla, that's it. There we go. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. Oh yeah, there was like a big kind of like claw machine sort of thing that opened up a door, like a hatch, grabbed them and took them out. You have no idea what that was. Lynn, very strong. I love that. It's like you got stonks and stronk. K is kind of like the new catch-all letter. You put in whatever word you want. It's like Mortal Kombat's making a comeback. Lynn is ripped. She has an 8-pack. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is that thing? Yeah, so this is that big claw that grabbed her. Is it Ray? Our lamp friend? Oh, it was like a bunch of things connected. A gear, a wine bottle. What in the heck is going on? Is that... It's not us, because we were doing other stuff. Oh no, is this still, the actual Sissel? Like the evil Sissel? I see you managed to survive, Detective Mecha Sissel. There we go. I like that. Hey, you're... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, he's looking at us. I think it's Mecha Sissel. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening? The manipulator. If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? That's a great question. Yeah, we have to identify him somehow. I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I think he just wants revenge on Jowd, right? I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. I know, when he was talking, he seemed to want revenge on everybody. It was everybody's fault but his own, remember? Ah, we're back to the sperm form. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you, what happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. What if he knows who we are? For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon. Everybody keeps doing this. They know the answer. They just kind of like keep stringing us along. Who you are and who I am too. What? The jerk? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Oh, actually, when I was trying to fix that VR stream thing that I screwed up yesterday, I was watching the video. The game volume was way too low, guys. I needed to pump that up a little bit. Yeah, they gotta protect that plot twist until the last possible second, huh? They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsik fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah, that meteorite's radiation has 2 effects on living creatures. What is he, our friend now? It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Oh, wait, so it gives power and time. So does he get the power and we get the time? Because we do time manipulation stuff, but he's got crazy powers to, like, move other characters? Maybe we were both part of that meteor accident. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. Okay, what about the radiation's power effect? These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've got some of it figured out. Missile? The meteorite's radiation... Oh no, his is blue, that's right. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah. My powers... Oh, crap, I missed that. My powers have changed as well. First, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. Is it? How then? Over the past 10 years, sorry. I know there was something there. In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what does it. Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day 10 years ago. I'm assuming it's Mecha Sissel talking right now. Wait, Lyndon died too. A fragment of that meteorite had pierced my heart, and I died. Now what are the odds, right? So of course, I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. It is a cool way to die. You thought it just landed on like flattened him? No, it sounded like a little shard, maybe like the size of a bullet or something small, just went right through his heart. Is that how I got my powers too? Yeah, he didn't get killed by the meteorite that I remember. You know, you might be right. Jigo did get flattened. Yeah, so he got hit by that motorcycle. Oh, and he was near the meteorite. Aren't the Temsik remnants still right there in that park, right at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So, that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too. So now we know where we died. Ah, you guys are looking for answers. I like it. Death is inevitable, Tiny. I love that. And what about the time effect? Another effect of the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite? One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Ah, this is all so strange and confusing, I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense as... it makes about as much sense to me as anything else, because he doesn't understand anything, it's funny. Yeah, strange and confusing, but that just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. I'll have to stop around 4 today, Blaze, yeah. Because I want to watch... The fights for me start around... the 5 is the prelims, so I want to be able to take a little bit of a break and hang out with Andy. I mean, she'll be hanging out probably while I watch the fights, but she'll probably be playing Animal Crossing or something. So, 4:30 at the latest, but I'd like to stop at 4. So my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. That's why he's invincible. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death. What? My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. This is crazy. Time just stopped, huh? So I simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. Wait, does that explain why he is not dead at dawn? Because, like, supposedly the spirits just stop existing, or they can't have the powers at dawn, but he's still around 10 years later. Maybe because time has stopped for him? That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. I remember that. He said it just regenerated. Almost like he was Wolverine or something. I'm hyper aware of how much time is passing right now. You mean because of the whole us on lockdown? Why is he a robot now? I don't know exactly why he's possessing all these parts, Tajay. I'm guessing because his body is elsewhere, but he wants to be here to, like, help us or do something. I don't know. So I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. Tashi fell asleep. Luckily, I didn't fall asleep last stream. I was super tired. So he was possessing the rookie and Camilla and left his body. Now he's just cobbled together a form. Yeah, so he can, like, possess anything he wants. I'm assuming he possessed these parts so that he could be here, because everybody else is off the submarine, right? So he wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives. As part of the deal, I made these guys promise to cooperate. Cooperate? You mean kidnapping? It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped. But they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me. Dun dun dun, it's a double cross. Huh? Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsik. Yeah, he can possess multiple objects at once. That's super cheating, did he? Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsik fragment, and here I am. Ooh, so wait, if they stole his Temsik fragment, does that also mean that he can't, like, live forever anymore? Maybe he will go away at dawn. But they had one more final target. You, detective. Me? One final target. If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage. Oh, okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park. Yeah, I know. Huh? 10 years later, and you'd become a detective, looking into Jowd's case. All because of time, he knew what was going to happen. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago. So of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Trying to process what the hell is going on right now. We know this happens, but maybe not so much the why yet. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. A swing and a miss. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. What a position to die. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. Then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. It's kind of cool to see this all played out again. I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Aha. The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble. But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsek meteorite. Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Temsek sooner or later. Oh, that's a portrait of the guy with the eyebrows, isn't it? I recognize that big nose. I will admit, that looks like a banana for a head. It does a little bit, huh? Are you guys a fan of bananas? It's funny, like, I don't know. I thought most people like most fruits, but bananas are one, like, it seems like 50-50. I like bananas okay. They're not like my favorite, but I like them okay. I don't usually eat them on their own. They give you indigestion. See, this is what I'm talking about. Quite a few people don't like bananas. Tiny, you like them? I enjoy them okay, but like it's not usually my go-to snack. Your dogs like them. Yes, fantastic. One of my friends loves to feed them to their dogs. They put it like in a big Kong toy, and the dog just loves to get the bananas out of there. Gonna lurk? Ooh, get some food, Josh. Nice. Okay, that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that link from here to the water surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. Coffin for the dead. There's no escape. We'll find a way out. I think I kind of understand now. Oh, Tiny. Nice. Bam. ASMR time. Okay, thank you, Tiny. It's sexy time. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? This feeling, cut off from the world, all alone in the submarine, sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Oh, Camilla's finally waking up. Lynn. Camilla, is it true we're stuck here?
Oh, she woke up at the wrong time. If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. I mean, Jowd is kind of a badass. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? Wait. Is Sissel calling us Sissel? I'm confused. I was distracted. Who did this? This was Tiny. Tiny redeemed it. Okay, there's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? Oh, that's true. He said his name wasn't Sissel too. That's right. I mean, our name probably isn't either, but maybe it is. What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsec fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. I have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. Oh, the watch. This will tell us where Detective Jowd is. That present from the inspector in white. That's right. Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to find something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo? A torpedo. In any case, it's way too early to give up. It looks like Detective Jowd is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Oh, thank goodness, I need a break. Alright. What can we interact with? We can open this, but that goes down the way we came. We can operate the control panel. Let's see what this does. The grapes, I forgot about that. That's cool. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, it looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. Oh, that'd be awesome. I do really like grapes. I prefer grapes to bananas. Oh, it sounds heavenly. No, I think grapes are supposed to be poison for dogs. You don't want those, Missile. I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that the country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who has made a deal with said country. Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. Okay, but now we can take over the arm. Yeah, that's what I had heard, Phantasma. So it scares me that Missile is like, ooh, grapes. You also prefer grapes to bananas, but you like berries most, blackberries being the favorite. Oh, kiwi. Kiwis are so good. But I just hate having to peel them and stuff, you know? I guess you could just scoop them out, though. Okay, we can't do anything with a mechanical arm. Well, wait. Okay, let's try talking to these people first. Oh, kiwi knives, that sounds cool. Onions are also poisonous, yeah. It's so bizarre. Oh.
I wasn't paying attention. How long was I going over? I need to make a sound effect so it keys me to know that it's over with. I gotta fix that. Okay. So his shell is definitely there in the common room, right? Just without the fragment. It's there, but I don't know about calling it a shell. Am I very quiet right now? It doesn't look like I'm quiet. Hello, at least when I'm looking at my meter. It sounds muffled. Let me see if I can hear it. Test, test, 1, 2, check, check. Oh, I think the game might be loud. Actually, yeah, you know what? I forgot to turn the game down. Because this game is way louder than the VR game we played. I forgot to fix that. Let's try this out. Okay, tell me how that is. Detective Jowd's watch will tell us exactly where it is. Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he? There might still be another torpedo on the submarine. If we use it, we can get to Detective Jowd. A rat or mouse barely fit in there. How are they all going to fit on a torpedo? That's a brilliant plan, Detective. You think so? So, what are you going to do? Ride on top of the torpedo? Of course not. You guys are going to go. Darn, I kind of wanted to see that. Do you want to see me drown? Okay, so we need to get to a torpedo. So, my dad isn't here on the submarine? Don't worry, we're gonna go get him right now. Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings what I said about my dad saving us if he was here. Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned. Ouch. I'm gonna start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud. Miss Camilla. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. Okay, so we have to find a torpedo. I wonder, can I maybe activate this control panel and then quickly move over to that arm? Okay, now it's moving. So let's get over here. See where this takes us. Ah, now we can reach up here. Although they said this isn't connected to anything, right? Maybe we can we can internally go to places, though, kind of like the prison. Okay, let's go to the torpedo room, I guess. Torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use the missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We just don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that. Yeah, internal still works. That makes sense. At first I'm like, phone, how's that going to help us? We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you there then. Yeah, to me, I like apricots. To me, they're just like a different flavored peach, you know? I guess maybe it's like a texture thing. They have similar textures, just different flavors. It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. You know, one fruit I'm not a huge fan of is grapefruit. Do you guys like grapefruits? I mean, I can eat them, but it seems like to enjoy grapefruit, most people have to pour sugar on it. At that point, it's like, why don't you just have a fruit that's naturally sweet rather than artificially sweetening a fruit so it's edible, you know? Which is funny because I have a big grapefruit tree in our backyard. I just don't use it. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. That's right, he can swap them with the same shape. I'll enter the coordinates in the command room into the torpedo. You guys like straight grapefruit? That's awesome. See, that's one that's just not for me, but some people love it. But most people that I've talked to that do enjoy it, they usually put sugar on it. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now. You've never seen someone put sugar on it? Maybe it's an American thing. I don't know. But I have heard of a lot of folks that do put sugar on it. Or maybe I just know weird people. I don't know. Okay, let's try it. Good luck. Ooh, only for mixed drinks. See, it is a very potent fruit flavor, so yeah, that definitely could help that. And I've liked grapefruit flavored things. I just never eat the fruit straight, you know? Who am I talking to right here? It's a switch, isn't it? Oh, Missile was there. What will happen to these two ladies? I think it's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around, unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. Okay, there's something way over there. So yeah, now we can switch to Missile. This is cool. Your boyfriend will only eat grapefruit with sugar? I mean, that's kind of what I thought I've heard. Americans put sugar on things? Poor Blaze. I'm going to be quiet so John can finish this. Everyone else, fruit. Actually, I think I brought up the fruit. It was my fault. So he can't even reach that. Okay, so let's try these levers and just see what happens. The switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? But I don't think the entire device is broken, though. It would probably work just fine if only I could find the switch. We'll have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Well, I mean, she's right there. Can she move it? Let's try the other switch. Okay, that moved, but it didn't do anything. Okay, what is Missile on right now? Okay, that's the telephone. There's also a valve down here. Okay, let's see if we can't get him to the valve. I have to do a lot of kind of musical chairs with the ghosts to get to the right place. Okay, let's turn this and see what this does. Absolutely nothing. Tamarind. I don't think I've ever had tamarind, or I don't remember what it tastes like. I like certain dried fruits, like apricots. I think those are really good dried. Apples, eh. Banana chips, those are really good, but they're like fried, you know, or baked. Oh, you know what? Let me move him down here. I wonder, could Missile swap? Can I get up there? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I wonder if Missile can swap these switches with each other. Now we can turn that one. Okay, let's try that. So let me move Missile to this one. Oh, I can't move him. Crap. How do I do this? You never had it either, Tuesday? Yeah, dried apricot and dried mango. Dried mango is one of my favorites. One thing that bugs me, it seems like a lot of times when you get those bags of dried fruit, they always have, again, prepackaged American food. They usually seem to have sugar added to them. It's like, why? The fruit's already sweet. Okay, oh, so now that I'm here, I should be able to jump to this. There we go. Now let's get Sissel up here and flip the switch. There we go. Nuclear launch detected. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is it? The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking. Everything is sinking. You despise dried papaya. I don't know if I've had dried papaya. I like regular papaya. Oh, texture-wise tiny? Dried fruits, no bueno? You know, it's very rarely does texture of a food bug me. That's usually most people's turn-offs of certain food is texture. I don't know. There's very few foods I can't eat. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can out him with the other one now, just not the previous swap. Okay. Sinking. Yeah, it's like completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay. Hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. Are both me and Missile gonna get on this? I mean, there's 2 spots. I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. Yeah, Tuesday, have you ever found dried fruits without sugar added to it? I mean, usually when I find dried apples, they don't have sugar added to it, but if it's like dried mangoes or some of those other ones, they always seem to have sugar. And rambutan? I don't think I've ever had one of those. What about dragon fruit? Have you ever had dragon fruit before? They look really cool. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Yeah, he's almost out of time. You do like dried apples, though. Okay. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? Aw, he doesn't want to leave them. I'm sorry, I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. You need to. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches on the missile, or I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You have to do the rest, Sissel. Well, technically that will make the next missions maybe simpler if I don't have to deal with 2 different sets of mechanics. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Cactus fruit. I don't think I've ever had cactus fruit. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn, you staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might just be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla. I just want you and Sissy to make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla! Alright, Missile, come on. Okay. It's also called a cactus pear. Oh, it can come in green or red, and the red is usually sweeter. Does it still have the thorns on the outside you have to deal with? That's a good boy, Missile. Uh-oh, someone getting salty in Discord? Are we talking about fruit? Your mom's foraged for mushrooms, and one of them looked like one we normally eat, but turned red after picking. Turns out it was poisonous. Oh gosh, Tiny. Yeah, I've never been interested in foraging for mushrooms, just because I don't know mushrooms, and I wouldn't trust my research to be safe. Okay, now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, 12 seconds. Remember. Sissel? Yes? We never found out who you really are. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Aw. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? Actually, if Missile has the same problem that we do, where at dawn he disappears, no, you might not see him again. That's right. We promise, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. 12 seconds. We have to time this perfectly, allegedly. This music. These 12 seconds are lasting in eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, ray of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Oh, maybe I don't have to actually do the timing. I think the game's gonna do it. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, we don't know about Ray either. Detective Jowd. Okay, now this gets into weird time manipulation stuff, because anytime you put time, like time travel into a story, there's so many weird like paradoxes and problems you can have storyline-wise. But what if Ray was us? What if we were Ray? And that's why he was kind of so weird about telling us much, but he basically taught us what we need to do to put us on the path to save the day. What if it was actually us helping ourselves? I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him. You better not. You might break your teeth. This command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd. So here's Jowd on the floor here. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? There's a name we haven't heard before, is it? Ultra Combo! Just as we're getting some like big plot stuff, that's awesome. Spider Monkey, how's it going? Ahoy, Captain. I almost need to make some pirate sounds in our stream just so you have something more fitting to say hello. Yes, you do. And actually, when we were playing our usual Friday night, I am yelling. When we were playing our usual Friday night Elder Scrolls Online with Spider and Drolshenka and my wife, Spider Monkey's wife got to jump in too. That was really cool. So, you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So his name is not Sissel, it's Yomiel. So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? Am I even saying that right? Kath! How's it going, Kath? Welcome. Happy Sabbath day, everybody. That's right. But those people on Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to figure out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd? Right. Ooh, here comes the big lore dump. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? See, oh, you wish you were broke because you spent all your money and not because I never had any to begin with. But you did something really cool, Ginger. You bought a gift for somebody else, so you're very thoughtful still, Ginger. Has anyone ever met Yomiel in real life? You mean like a real knife? A Yomiel? No, I've never heard that name before.
A systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. I don't think it's a real name. I mean, I think anything's a real name, Blaze. Just look at Elon Musk's new kid's name. Anything could be a name. You should bring in the song You Are a Pirate. Would that be your favorite, Spider Monkey? Project. What project? I mean, it would work probably for future streams even beyond you jumping in, because we're going to be playing other games with pirates in the future, I'm sure. It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. Yar har fiddly-dee. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. Hey Josh, welcome back. What did you get for snacks? I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. Ooh, croissant ham sandwiches. That sounds delicious, Josh. Oh my gosh. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization...
Time.
Sorry, I was talking over that. I heard that. Quality time. Oh, a top Pomeranian is a good strong boy. A recap? Well, right now we're just kind of hearing how Yomiel, who we used to think was Sissel, was getting involved with all this stuff. He just picked up a new job, and now he's finding out that he was working with spies, which are all the blue people, I believe. We're still kind of learning all this. And it was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the room, he escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. Yomiel is just a humble CIA programmer like me. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago. Ah, here comes the meteor. Right through his heart. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. Have you guys ever played that game, Eternal Darkness? That might be a cool game to stream sometime. It was a GameCube, like Resident Evil, Silent Hill kind of a survival horror game. But the cool thing about Eternal Darkness is your character, beyond having like health, also had a sanity meter. So as your character saw crazy stuff, they would slowly go insane. And the game would mess with you. Like, it would put things on the screen that weren't really there just to creep you out. Like, you might see like a fly dancing on your monitor, or your TV might go out where it just goes black for like 10 seconds and you think your game's broken, but you have to turn it back on. And some people would actually turn off their console because they thought it was broken, but it wasn't. Or you'd see the volume knob turn all the way down, but it's just the game messing with you. It's super funny. Darkest Dungeon. Does it do things that like break the fourth wall? Sinking City? Nice. I've never looked at what I know of those games, but I don't know what their sanity effects are like. I'll have to check that out. Cool idea though, I like that. I existed in this world, no question about that. nobody noticed my presence. Oh, I think this is a video file. I can't actually click through these. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Yeah, the eternal darkness, they were all like meta things. In fact, it only made it worse. They never affected like your health or anything. They mostly just like screwed with you. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. All I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know that it was like what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. So really, he's just going insane as a ghost, and that insanity is causing him to be evil. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth. A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. Girl Tomato, how's it going? Oh, I'll be lurking because of homework. Dang it, homework. Let's see. Yeah, hard to feel totally sympathetic. Interesting motive, for sure. I don't think I've ever heard of a ghost going insane with time and then wanting... I guess we've seen ghosts wanting to become real again, you know? Hey, Twisted, how's it going? You're not jumping in at the last second. Good timing. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And the response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsig was all about. Ooh, from a fandom wiki, Yomiel's name comes from the Book of Enoch, the name of a fallen angel cursed for interfering with humans. That's very apt for this. And is a play on the word Yomigero, a Japanese verb meaning to revive. Oh, that's cool. Oh, did I miss Llama? I'm sorry. Invisible Llama, how's it going? Thank you, Blaze. I can't see you. It's like you are Blaze's emotes from 2 streams ago. It's like, you're a ghost. You're invisible. Invisible Llama. How's it going? Good to see you. Could you imagine existing 10 years in limbo without being able to be noticed by anyone? That would definitely drive you crazy. It's kind of cool because that revelation almost makes me think of other ghost movies, like think of The Grudge or The Ring or something. Yeah, you might have revenge, but you also might just go insane because of time, you know? Yeah, Tuesday, for whatever reason, Blaze's emotes work again now. I don't know what happened. My guess is that his computer had to reboot because he says he never shuts off his computer. Terrible idea. He never shuts off his computer. And maybe it rebooted for patches and you just didn't even know it, Blaze. It just happened in the middle of the night because your Windows is probably set up to do that. Otherwise, you're never installing security patches, and that's an even worse idea than never shutting down your computer. And you have no idea why they were doing all this? Not at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble to making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal the hunk of Potemsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. Don't want to wait for it to turn on every day. Now, I mean, I did just upgrade my computer, but even my laptop with like SSDs and everything, it literally takes like 10 seconds to start my computers. Maybe 20 seconds on a bad day, you know, if it has to install some patches or something. But if it's installing patches, that's a good thing. It's definitely not like back in the day where you could turn on a computer and you're waiting like 3 minutes sometimes for it to start up. Oh, that would be crazy. But yeah, when it takes like less than 20 seconds, whatever. Jake on a quest. Oh my gosh. Jake on a quest. Welcome, Raiders, to John Cadia. How are you guys doing? Welcome. What were you playing, Jake? What were you working on? What was your quest? You guys are on a quest to raid. There you are. You are working on... Bam. Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Did you beat it? I think last time we chatted, Jake, you were getting pretty close to finishing it. That was such a cool game. If you guys have not checked out Jake's channel, be sure you give him a follow. You did finish it. Nice. I played that game when it first came out. It's a neat mix of like God of War, Devil May Cry, but with like Castlevania kind of gothic stuff to it. It's a really cool game. I liked it. We're having some chat right now about whether you turn off your computers every day, whether you reboot, or do you just leave it on all the time. We have a couple of schools of thought here. Nice. So how did you like it now that you finished the game, Jake? What were your thoughts? And welcome everybody else to John Cadia. Thank you for coming by. I'm a variety streamer, and we play a lot of bizarre single-player games that typically have a focus on story. Right now we're playing a game called Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, which was requested by one of our community, Diddy Dippity. It was pretty good. Nice. Are you going to do Lords of Shadow 2, Jake? I know there's a second one. I've never played the second one. Diddy Dippity. Let's see. Oh, you're going to go make a black soybean spaghetti now, Ginger. That sounds really cool. I've never heard of black soybean spaghetti. So the noodles are made of black soybeans. Got to get some stuff ready for bed. Oh, we'll see you in a little bit, Tiny. So yes, if you like puzzle games, that seems to be what we typically do on the stream. We do a lot of puzzle games. Sometimes we'll do an action game, maybe a horror game, but puzzle games are typically our forte. So he's saying, at first, the government didn't believe the report. This is a Nintendo DS game, by the way. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. See, the only thing you didn't like about it, Jake, was the beginning, and I wasn't a big fan of the constant hand-holding, and the Titan stuff was pretty hard to adjust. Yeah, so the Titan stuff, it reminded me of that a PlayStation exclusive, what is it called? Shadow of the Colossus, where you're climbing on these big monsters and trying to fight them. Definitely reminded me of that. Surveillance, huh? So in this game right now, we are playing that weird spermy ghost character, and we were trying to find out who killed us, who we are, because we have no memory, and we're also trying to help some other characters from getting killed too. And then the plot just goes crazy. Oh, you have a D&D game to go to. Nice. Wanted to stop by and say hi. Thank you for dropping in, Kath. Always good to see you. Have a great D&D game. Hoping you have a good time. Hopefully you kick some ass, no critical fails, and getting yourself killed. You always preferred the Metroidvania type games? Yes, Symphony of the Night is my favorite Castlevania game, by far. Let's see, if I do want to play, I certainly would have to buy Lords of Shadow 2. Oh, you don't have either of them. I mean, honestly, I think they go on sale super cheap, Jake. So if you ever wanted to, I bet you could pick them up for like less than $5. Ooh, you want a puzzle game? Maybe I'll request Layton next time. I think, Jake, you streamed Professor Layton, didn't you? Okay, it looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Is this one of the armed agents? Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Ooh, I really enjoyed Bloodstained. We streamed that back in September or something last year. I really liked that game. That park is like a silent battlefield, or on an international scale. Tuesday, plain old odd person. So, that's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite. So that's it, eh? So, the upshot of your grand deal. This was this, then, eh? Hold up your hands if you're a plain old odd person. Old or just plain old, meaning like classic. I'm old and I'm odd. Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. All right, fine. I guess it applies to me too. You're not old, Jake. Definitely not as old as me. Aether, how's it going? We're going really good. We are in chapter 17 of 18. My plan is to try to beat this game this stream. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back to the 4 minutes before your death. This whole chapter has been so much exposition. It's crazy. We learned a lot though. Still don't know about ourselves. That'll probably be the very last chapter. Oh, it's funny. It was like 5:10 before. Now it's like 4 something because we went that far back into time. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. Whoa! By the way, Detective, I am not human, Detective. Hey, Duke of Ankh, a long time no see. How you doing, Duke? What's new? I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. Love that. We get a lot of that, Detective. Why would you go to all this trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Yeah, so he's been dead for a while then, if we went that far back in the past. Ooh, the last chapter is more puzzles, and then the epilogue lore dump. Nice. Possibility? What are you talking about? There is no need for you to know, Detective. Whoa, it's like a machine gun. Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. When's John gonna notice? Taking bets. Wait, what am I missing? You mean the licks that you guys are doing? I'm not sure what I'm missing. In the end, dude's got a nice chin. What do you call it? The butt chin? In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Camilla, forgive me. Alright, how can we stop that thing from working? We probably have to do something with this machine. It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said. Any possibility, no matter how small. And the Duchess is here. The Duke and the Duchess. How's it going, Duchess? Welcome aboard. Good to see you again. See, oh, playing late night Animal Crossing and KK also. Nice. Animal Crossing. How many hours do you have in Animal Crossing, Tiny? Okay, now that Blaze said that, he's got me worried. What's going on? Do I sound normal? Okay. I was gonna say, do I have like a weird voice going on? What am I not noticing? Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. I'll never know. 150, nice. And not that many. Not many games can last that long, Tiny. That's impressive. The possibility of turning the situation around. Now we have 3 ghosts working on this. Alright, so he's just chatting, saying the stuff we've seen before. Huh?
What is it, Detective?
Look at Yomi's shell. There is no aura emanating from his body.
Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment is gone.
Could this change in his shell? Give us some kind of lead? Oh, can we take over this body? Maybe we can use that to help us.
I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of.
What is it?
My time was perpetually stopped, thanks to the power of Temsic.
His body cycled between the moments that separated life and death. Oh, you're not familiar with this at all? Really confused by the sperm with sunglasses and Phoenix Wright. So, Blaze might be able to give you a much more detailed breakdown, but the general gist of the story is we're this character. We don't know our name. We died at the very beginning, and we don't know who we are or really how we got killed. We're using our ghost to move around from place to place. We can manipulate objects, and we're trying to find out basically everything we don't remember. Who killed us, who we are, that kind of stuff. In doing that, we got involved in this huge story involving government conspiracies, other ghosts that can manipulate objects and have special powers, and we're basically trying to keep some detectives alive to help figure everything out. Sperm with sunglasses. Incredible and true. We might have to make this little character another one of these little guys that you see in our credits, which is kind of just an homage to all the games we've been playing on stream, you know? I like it. All the ghosts are actually talking to each other when you see this weird scene right here. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. By the way, the Temsic fragment, it's a piece of meteorite that had like a lot of radiation, so when it crashed into Earth, it killed somebody, which gave him these special ghost powers. And anybody that dies near this meteorite also gets ghost powers. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see. That means we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. Yeah, we used to think we were the blonde guy, but we found out that we were not. That's cleared up everything. Yeah, honestly, there's so much plot, it would be hard to like break everything down in a short 2-minute
synopsis. But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. Now this is another thing this game has not really explained very well. So usually when you think of Back to the Future and the way they handle time travel in that movie, when you change something, that doesn't just change their death, you know, and keep them alive. That changes everything in the future because anything that person interacts with is going to be different now, you know? So if we go all the way back and do something with this person's death, maybe we stop him from hitting the meteorite, is that just going to create an entirely new timeline so everything that we did no longer happened? It's going to be crazy. So basically the sperm doesn't know what he looks like, so the sperm is basically giving himself sunglasses because he used to think he was that character with the sunglasses. Alright, let's rewind time till before our villain of the game, who's now not so much a villain, died. And let's see what this changes. So there is like a brand new timeline. Okay, Diddy. I guess this is the biggest change because we're going back 10 years. So if we change something in this situation, it might wipe out everything we've done in the entire game. True, I mean, he's still a murderer. That's true. He's just more friendly to us now. He's helping us more. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Yeah, so the guy with the sunglasses and the yellow hair, his name is actually Yomiel. Last chapter, guys. I didn't know that was going to be the end of the chapter. Chapter 18. We haven't even gone on break yet. But there's an epilogue too. Allegedly. We'll probably get some more lore. When was Yomiel's death? Was that supposed to be 20 minutes? There was a lot of talking in that chapter. I think I'm doing a decent job of keeping the game going. It was 10 years ago when the Temsek meteorite fell. I don't think you guys want me to be one of those streamers that basically ignores chat and just plays the game. That wouldn't be fun. We traveled back through time, and now we're here at the scene of the death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. I mean, I'm not saying we couldn't have one of those streams. You guys could all save up 20,000 tickets and just blast me with Shut Up Johns for an entire 4 hours. Aw, thank you, Tiny. Ignore everyone. That's very sweet. But then if I ignored everyone, I wouldn't be the kind of streamer I am. Or emote only mode, that would do the same. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? So this is replaying the scene that started everything. Actually, we have a sound effect for that, Duchess. You can actually shout it. Objection! One thing I need to spend time doing outside of stream is take all those sound effects and put graphics with them. Like when you guys do the toasty sound effect, I want that little character from Mortal Kombat to pop in the screen, you know? Unholy Oregano. That is a fantastic name. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. No, I don't think I removed it. This should still work. Okay, give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now, just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. It's cool seeing this thing everybody's been talking about forever. Kitty! Is that us? Are we the kitty? Huh. Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Oh, is the kitty gonna get flattened by the meteor? That's a pretty meteorite. Like a big old diamond.
Oh, it shattered like a lamp or something. Boom! Right in the heart. Was that a plunger? Looked like a plunger. Are you okay? Ooh, what's the opposite of holy oregano? Holy basil. I like it. You're all right now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
It's cute to see little Lynn. She's just a little lady, you know? I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Funny question, you just got saved. Me? I'm a police detective. I mean, I guess that was to set up why she wanted to become a detective. So that's the Temsic meteorite, eh? It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsic from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. Aw, her little coat. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't hit him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. Oh, is he coming to reason? He's not going to blame everybody else for his problems? No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? A lot of games do this. When you get near the end, the game almost gives you a warning saying, hey, this is the last chapter, or once you go past this point, you can't do anything else, that kind of thing. Do you like that warning? I do like it in big open world games where the game tells you, after this point, emotions, you won't be able to come back here. You know, that kind of lets you know if you're playing an open world game and you want to do everything, stop the main story, go back and just do all the extra stuff that you want to do, you know? I do kind of appreciate that, but it also kind of, I don't know if it's immersion breaking or if it just kind of like lets you know, hey, get ready, you're almost done. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's finish the fight. And it's good to have a save, though. That's true. If it's a game that you have to save manually, that's very handy. It lets you know, oh crap, I better do a save. Trick time. A wild Andy has appeared. He's laying on a futon right now.
It's ready.
But that did look like a plunger. Andy D. gift tokens. I feel like that changes a little bit every time, Blaze. I love it. Okay, so we are here right now. What else can we look at? It's a roasted sweet potato on a stick, apparently. Headphones? We can turn up the headphones. Let's see what this does. Is it the same every time? Okay.
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
Uh-oh, did we just make her deaf?
Turn up for what?
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food. Anyway, at least her fate has been changed, albeit ever so slightly. Oh, so why is it important that he not die by the meteorite if he's just going to get shot anyway? Honestly, Aether, at this point, we're just grasping at straws. We're trying to save the situation of the future. So we're going to try to save him, or even if he dies a different way, that could still totally change
people's situations in the future, you know? But yeah, we don't know for sure he'll get shot either. Hey, that was a checkpoint. That was quick. We can examine the sweet potato. It's like butterfly effect stuff, like Andy right now. You know, she is like napping on the futon with Georgie, all comfy. However, something might spring into her mind. She might wake up. Let's say like there's a dog barking outside, and then Georgie gets up. That could cause this ripple effect that makes her get up, reach over here, and drop like 10 tokens in the stream. She's requesting I put in 2 tokens. I'm going to put in 2 tokens, but I'm not going to bring the avatars on the screen. Bam, bam. So you guys are going to have to jump. But don't do it every second, Blaze. That doesn't help you. Let's go like once every 3. You know what I could do? I need to put that on a timer so that we don't get spammed to the point that I can't read chat. It doesn't help you if you do it more than once every 5 seconds because of the animation and the jump. Like the butterfly effect, it should never have a sequel. I really like the butterfly effect 1. I never saw the butterfly effect 2, or are there 3 of them? I know there's at least 2. Jump times 2. Nobody's gotten one yet. Are they actually there? No, never mind. Stop jumping, guys. I forgot. I screwed up. This is a John failure here. Remember, we did basketball earlier.
Wow.
And nobody wanted to play basketball with Blaze. I was kind of trolling you. Not on purpose. I just screwed up. Okay, so I turned off the avatars so I could kill the basketball program. And I totally forgot to fix that. Hold on.
4 tokens.
4 tokens now?
F that.
El Presidente has spoken. Okay, 4 tokens. Uno, dos. Where are they? And they're not there yet, Blaze. Okay, I didn't actually start the program.
6 tokens.
All that jumping for no reason. 4 tokens. 4 tokens. Okay, now they're on screen. Uno, dos. There we go. Tres, cuatro. I wanted to split it up so one person didn't get them all. Aether, invisible. We got 2 more to go. Blaze got 1. 1 more to go. Oh, you were so close, Blaze. I'll wait for that to finish up. No, I'll keep playing. Okay, what in the world is this thing? Oh boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good. There's nothing like them on a cold winter's day. Hasifa! Good catch, dude. Nice. Good timing. Actually, all 4 different people got tokens. That's great. They're sweet and they smell delicious. Are sweet potatoes dangerous for dogs? Do you know, babe? They're good for dogs, okay. I was gonna say, Missile, the dog in this game, wanted grapes earlier. And I was like, no, no, no. You do not want grapes. And onions are poisonous too? Yeah. But that's right, I think our dog food has sweet potatoes in there. It has like chicken and sweet potatoes. Yeah, the dog food we buy them. These guys sure are making me want to try one. Ooh, brown rice, chicken, sweet potatoes, and stuff. That sounds delicious. Okay, we're running out of time. The meteor's about to come down. Maybe that was the problem, Blaze. Maybe because I didn't have it running when things were going on? I don't know. Diddy, your dogs are eating better than me. Oh, poor Miss Lynn. I'm sorry. If you're so sorry, then put her down. All right, now, Missile. I was really out of my head that day. Well, we can talk about this later. The Temsek meteorite is going to fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment. And I'll do everything I can to help too. All right, so that was just talking to him. Ghost. Okay, I can't actually get past him. We have to move missile. There we go. Now we can keep going this way. We can rock a basket. Not that that's going to do anything. Maybe knock over that egg. Okay, we dunked an egg in the water. Oh, that's a sweet potato, sorry. There's a spray nozzle. Let's try this. We launched the sweet potato into here. Oh, look at that sweet potato. What the hell's going on, guys? That's a big, scary sweet potato. Big, scary sweet potato. That's not a sweet potato missile. That's minnow. Oh, right. Of course. Yeah, either that jet stream is very powerful, Diddy, or that is the lightest sweet potato known to man. But look at them. The potato and minnow. Right now, they both have the same shape. So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile. Okay, here I go. And I'm gonna need your help. My help? We are almost out of time. Oh, we can't reach it. Oh, we could reach up there, maybe. No. Oh, you know what? There's a nozzle down here. If we could get our character, Sissel, over here, we could probably blast that egg up. Oh, there's another nozzle here. We have like 1 second, though, and it doesn't seem like... Oh, here we go. Oh, not quite. These things are just out of reach. How are we going to get the hell over there? I mean, that makes sense to me. Oh, you know what? I think I needed to hitch a ride on the sweet potato. When we did this nozzle, we should have ridden it over. So I think I need to restart after the fate change. I mean, maybe I should have let them die? I don't know. Cancel. Okay, so the sweet potato's down here. There's another sweet potato in the basket. Okay. So we gotta move up this guy around. Let's rock this. Oh, I didn't hear the kitty. That's cool. Okay, so let's possess the nozzle and then quickly jump in the sweet potato. Wait, what the heck? It didn't move the sweet potato up. What's different? Oh crap, I think I screwed up somehow. What did I do wrong? Oh, was I too late? Oh, it's a timing thing with that. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and restart that. I guess it's floating along. You have to be very quick. Oops. There we go. Rock this thing again. And then quickly move over here. I'm just going to turn that on prematurely. And then hitch a ride. Oh no, I missed it again. It turned off. It was too short. Yep. Round 3. Third time's a charm, right, guys? Okay, we've got to get him out of the way first. I'll just move him over there. Okay, we're moving that. Let's get in here. Get ourselves ready. And right about now. There we go. It's like a ramp. Okay. There's so many eggs up there. Shooting your load early. So what we... Oh, crap. What we need to do is move Missile down here. Switch over here. Move him down here. And then we need to... Crap. We need to get Missile up here, right? Because he can't quite reach that. But... Now if I switch to him and activate this, it'll push it up. And then I can swap items, the eggs. Possess the nozzle and jump in the sweet potato. Things only a gamer can say. I love that. It's very true. I know. I keep saying I'm going to do it and I keep failing, but I really need to make a quote function for you guys. Because, yeah, we've said some weird crap in this stream. There we go. Now we're going to swap these, right? What does that get us? Should I then swap this one with this? Do we want to move the big one over here? Like, they have to put these here for some reason. Oh, yeah, because the big one will block the meteor, right? It won't just break through the glass? Let's try that. Oh, crap. Am I just crush him instead? Oh, look. The lamp post is bending. It hasn't broken yet. It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It just might hold out for a little while longer. What if it just crashes down and just crushes both of them? That'd be worse than just killing Sissel, or Yomiel. If I recall, the Temsik fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then the fate should change. Crap, now what do you want me to do, game? I'll hold on just a little while longer. I like that song. Okay, I can't get anywhere with him. Yeah, maybe we're just supposed to wait. I'm scared. Oh, I can't actually get anywhere. Yeah, I think we just have to wait. 1 second. Let's just watch it. See what happens. Oh, crap. Why did that pop up? It's about time for that meteorite to come down. Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path. Okay, that giant sweet potato. If anything, we can get in the way, that ugly monster can. Ouch. Anyway, now that the fragment's path ought to change. Fingers crossed. Mino is the real villain. It looked like it hit the ground just fine. Oh, that was a different meteorite. There! How's that? It hit the side of it, it looks like. Look! The fragment's course. It changed a little. Now, Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No. Oh no! Got him right in the nutsack. Urgh! Detective Jowd! The Temsik fragment shot through his leg. Okay, that's better. What? But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. I mean, what's that gonna change now? Come on, put it down. Huh? Jowd, put the gun down now. If you don't, you're gonna shoot him. I don't know if it's his detective training or what. But even though he's shaking from the pain, his gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down. It's funny having him talk to himself, isn't it? Yeah, right in the leg. It took a meteor to the leg and he's not quite standing, but he's still up. Oh, did you just shoot Lynn? I knew it. This was my true faith. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands. I won't let that happen. Missile! Missile! The bullet stopped in midair. I'm here, inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something. What? With what? The Detective Jowd, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. Watch, I'm gonna find something even more dangerous again. That was so funny. I used to be an adventurer until I took a meteorite to the knee. Poor Jowd. I love that. Good old Skyrim. That's a sweet potato, isn't it? That sweet potato might be more dangerous. I've seen potato guns. You don't mess with those. The basket? The basket might be better. We can't change back, though. Yeah, that might be the only thing. Although if it's a cooked sweet potato, not raw, it might just smash on his face instead of like a hard sweet potato just caving in his face. You're surely trolling. What do you mean? Potatoes are... Try taking a potato and shooting it out 100 miles an hour at somebody. They're not going to be very good. Andy just said it's fun. It's not the same size as a bullet, but it's the same shape as a bullet. That's what we need, is just to match shapes. There was a very similar puzzle we did earlier where we swapped a bullet with a helmet, and that actually killed them worse than the bullet did. Okay, let's try this. Oh my gosh, he just got impaled. Oh no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. He's alive? Where did it get him? What? I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. 'Tis but a flesh wound. I'm fine. You can vouch for the potato gun thing. Your dad made one, and we used to fire potatoes from the gun. Super cool to watch and super dangerous. But if it's a soft, sweet potato that's been roasted, it would do some damage, but it wouldn't kill you. Okay, so your fate of death has been changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. You guys have all seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, right? If not, you just got to YouTube Monty Python and the Black Knight. Super funny scene. Okay. We were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Oh no! Jowd! Do something! Oh wait, he's got blasted in the leg. He can't do anything. I'm gonna roast you like a sweet potato. Know your role, you old tomato. He is super... I mean, anything's better than death, right, Aether? Yeah, Tuesday. That film is so good. I can quote that movie like crazy. Okay. Wake up. You gotta get out there. Ooh, it's too late. Damn it. My leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn.
Nothing is over. Okay. It's not over yet. I'm gonna send you crying to your uncle. You will never find him, or you will find him. I have slain him. Wait, what is that from? It's not over until I say it's over.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that.
Why not?
Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but the memory of it would remain like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it. Oh, Uncle Ben dying a million times in Spider-Man. Poor Uncle Ben. Where are we going to get the rice when Uncle Ben is gone?
But what can we do now? Even if we work together.
think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sissel and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. I mean, I love Spider-Man, but honestly, kind of like Batman's parents getting shot, you can only go through that so many times, right? I will say though, and actually it's a game I want to stream for you guys sometimes because I can beat the game in like 45 minutes, maybe an hour chatting with you, is Batman Arkham VR. Is that what they call it? I played it on PlayStation, so I want to get it for PC to stream it for you guys. But it's a really cool, very short Batman experience. But you have to experience that iconic parents getting shot scene in VR from the little kid's point of view. It's kind of brutal. Ooh, you stole it from a Polygon video. Nice. It's going to take 25 hours. I could not imagine that Batman thing taking 25 hours. The game, everybody complains that it's way too short for $20, and I'll agree, but it's a really cool experience. Okay, with 3 kind of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiel! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Yeah, it's probably 45 minutes with talking to chat. Only because I remember some of the puzzles, so it might go even quicker. That's a big problem a lot of people have with VR games, is a lot of times the price is a little too high for how short the experiences are. They're really cool experiences, don't get me wrong. I don't get it. Just trust me. Let's go. All right, I'll try to move there. Okay, so this might be a good time to do the break, because I have a feeling this might be right at the very end, so after this is going to do an epilogue. But I don't want to try to go like another 45 minutes and beat this game before I take my break, so this is probably as good a time as any. What I'm also going to do is do a quick save, just to be sure. I'm always scared I'm going to accidentally hit the escape button and close the emulator. So let me do a save. There we go. Basketball for break? No, not after what happened last time, Blaze. Not that we won't do it again, but we just won't do it this stream. I'm so scared every time I do a save, Diddy, that I'm going to accidentally overwrite that. Except for my break, basketball doesn't work too much because I'd have to be constantly starting a new basketball game over and over. So with the stream animals, it constantly happens automatically. So it just works out better. Damn, gotta be in this scene. There we go. Get a little lunch, use the restroom, chat with Andy for a little bit, and then we'll wrap this game up. Yes, keeping the suspense. There we go. So we did the classic mode in the beginning of the stream. We're gonna do battle mode now. There we go. So now if you've never played this game with us, this is super easy. All that you have to do, I do not have any more Big Daddies, Tiny. I drank them all. Oh yeah, we can get rid of the avatars. I'll have to do that manually. Yeah, just type in !join or one of the animal names at the top right of the screen. Is it avatars? There we go. Now they're gone. And even if you can't actively play, you can still join and then just type in !auto, and then the game will play itself and you still have a chance to earn some more tokens to the channel. Okay, guys, so earn some tokens, kick some butt, and just watch the instructions that pop on stream. In the chat, it tells you how to play. And really, you just have to type in whatever commands are at the top right. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna get some food, use the restroom, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty, guys, how is it going? I'm already dead? What the heck? As I was walking back here, I think I got killed. So me, Jake, and Hasifa already out. But still, we have a pretty good-sized game going here. How many? Oh my gosh, Texan. You just murdered Tuesday.
Oh, your auto killed me? That's okay. My auto won a game, so I can't complain that bad, right? And you got murdered the same way. That expand ability, it's way overpowered. Way overpowered. Got yeeted off the board. Yeet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6 more people to go. Wow, we had 10 people this game. That's great. I think one time we had over 15 or 16 people playing, and when you have that many players, it actually gives you an expanded board, which is pretty cool. Uh-oh. Oh, Texan, I thought you were getting blown off there. That was close. Now, I don't know if everyone has noticed this, but there's 4... They almost look like ice, but those kind of bluish blocks in the middle, those are safe. If you're on those, they will never fall into the lava. Not to say you can't get blown off or other players can't knock you off, but it will never drop in the water. So usually towards the end of the game, everybody's hiding there. Oh, the stink. Ooh, Blaze, that was close. Blaze just charged invisible llama. Ooh, nobody died there. Yeet a yote, a past tense yeet. Yeet a yeet that's yet to come. I like that. Yote and yeet. Never heard those before. Diddy, please. And then there were 5. What does that rank mean at the top? It says rank 1, 15 out of 100. I don't know exactly what that's referring to. I should pay attention to it. I wonder if it actually ever changes. Alright, nobody has that crazy overpower thing yet. There's a couple stink farts coming up, though. Oh, jeez. Just like that. Just like that. Ginger, you couldn't handle the fart. Oh, and then Blaze demanded satisfaction, demanded revenge after that fart, and charged Aether right off. So we got Diddy, Texan, and Blaze left. Oh, you meant East. No. Oh, I hate trying to sleep when it's too hot, Tiny. That's the worst. Blaze did not appreciate the Dutch oven. Okay, what powers does he have now? So Diddy can swap. Blaze has no abilities right now. And what is the skull icon? I'm not sure what that is. Duke, crime is illegal where I live, so that sucks. You just gotta move somewhere, Duke, like, uh-oh. Texan, you just got dropped in the lava. Getting really small now. Where the purge happens once in a while. And you can kind of do all that crime right then. There is a Duchess of Ankh. And believe it or not, they know each other. Yeah, we met the Duke and the Duchess, I think, when we... Oh, that's a scare action. That's right. That one. I think we met you two when we were playing Black Mirror, right? Maybe Black Mirror 2? Oh, let's come down to it. Diddy still has an ability. I'm not sure what that one is. Looks like a hammer. Hammer time. Oh, that knocks them out. Okay, so now Blaze is stunned. So that means he can't do anything for a turn? There's the Duchess. Yep. Crime not allowed here either. Aww. What kind of crime would you guys commit? If it was legal, you know, just saying. Theoretically. Not incriminating you, but just theoretically. What would you do? Ooh, Diddy, can you blast... Oh, no. Blaze just got unstunned. I was gonna say, who gets to zap first? Blaze did. It's like whoever goes first, they're gonna win. Nice job, Blaze. Okay, so let me check out
the leaderboards. Also, just to remind me who won today. So I won one, Blaze won one, and Aether won one. Nice. So of all time, for battle mode only, Blaze, Therapy, username, Funny Thing, Relentless, Alex, Tajay, and Aether. You guys are, oh, and me. We're all top 3. Third place is pretty huge. Although second place has a lot too, but Blaze with 9 wins. Holy cow, you have a commanding lead. Murder seems like a good start. So, Duke, that means you have somebody in mind. It means you've been thinking about this. Once again, not incriminating you. Just saying, it sounds like you've been thinking this out. Blaze, I actually play the game, John. That's true. Although, I do pretty good with, what do you call it? At least not in battle mode, but in the other mode, I do pretty good with auto mode. It works out for me. Straight out of Compton Crimes. Nice. Uh-oh. Remind him he's in the league. Stroke that ego. Not doing it to stroke egos. Just, it is what it is. I got to give him props. Okay, so remember, back to the game. Crap, not Sissel. What is his name? Yomiel? Okay. He just told us he didn't tell us why, but we have to go over here to this nozzle and spray it. Because remember, they're about to get crushed by that big statue thing, and we're going to do whatever we can to try to save her. Okay, now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you only have a split second. Okay, now, do it. Got it. Dang, he can really spray that thing. Oh, and now we're gonna swap these with the missile. Now it's your turn, missile.
What? Me? What could I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, it's still right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them.
John, takes 2 seconds to actually do it. You mean to be number 1 in the game? Actually, the way those games work out, I don't think I could, even with 2 seconds, I couldn't make myself number 1 in Stream Annals. I could reset our local scores. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe we should have seasons. Like every 3 months, maybe the scores reset. Or maybe every 6 months. Or once a year or something. I don't know. Okay,
I'll do it. I'll swap them.
So first we have to grab into this. Oh, you're talking about Yomio told me to spray the thing for a split second? Okay. I mean, what's kind of funny is like he was always complaining that he doesn't have the ability to really have a major effect on stuff, you know? But when he gets motivation, apparently he can push things stronger, I guess. You know, it's part tutorial, Duchess, and I don't know if I call it hand-holding. I think it's not meant to be a really difficult puzzle because we're just wrapping up the game. It's almost like this is just like part of the epilogue already. Oh, that didn't save very much time.
It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped all right. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? Now what can he do? Oh, can he possess his body again? You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Oh, he's going to possess her and move her out of the way. That's cool. Wait a minute. Do you mean... That's right. I'm
going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Oh, he sacrificed himself. Ugh. Well, it only crushed his legs, it looks like. Ye gods. I mean, that could still kill him, of course, but it looked like it was just his bottom half. Yoter. Yeet, yate, yote. Ah, you're awake. And he didn't technically kill him. That's what I thought was going to happen, Blaze. I thought he was going to possess her and move her with her own body. But, like Diddy was saying, yeah, she could have resisted because she resisted before. Remember when she was trying to shoot?
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. Heroic yeet.
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. But see, now everything's changed. So, who knows? Maybe she's gonna go on something where, like, I want to become a detective for some terrible organization, and then everything's worse than it used to be. That's the thing about time travel. You never know. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But...
He has a lollipop?
What's that?
Oh, badge. Okay, I thought that was a candy for a second. This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge? Thanks.
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. She's gonna go sell it on eBay. That's what she's gonna do. If Yomiel even lives, Blaze, I don't know. The Yeetifine. Honestly, I'm surprised there's not a movie out there called The Yeetifine. It's probably on the Sci-Fi Channel. Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving by itself.
Oh, that's creepy.
It was as if somebody was controlling me.
I see.
But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
I think he's gonna be okay. I was not encouraging taking candy from strangers. That's what surprised me, is like, Andy, why does the detective have candy in his pocket?
I found this kitten. It was over there.
Jowd's like, you're a shitty detective, little girl. I said call the police, not go play with cats. Come to think of it, I saw it a few minutes ago. It was probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
Oh, did the cat get killed by the meteor? I still think that might be us. I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come with me, or home with me, little kitten? It would be pretty cool if we were the cat the whole time. That'd be ridiculous. I would like it. I think that's funny. Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Uh-oh. Enzo Taburet. It blocked some kind of link. Sorry, not sure what kind of link you were trying to post, but yeah. Certain links are not allowed in this channel.
Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. It was us. As soon as I saw that cat, I'm like, I know we need to be near the meteor to have powers. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. You know what? That almost makes this even funnier. So half of this game, we've been both a cat helping everybody who is cooperating with a dog helping everybody. That's fantastic. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? We were Yomiel's cat? Old friend? I think... And that explains why we can't read. Oh, that's true, Phantasma. Absolutely it does. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into the park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Wait, so how were we his cat, though? Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Texan. Somebody, please reach a hand out to me. It's funny hearing the cat's point of view. I had only just died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but it still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. Wait, so the cat, us, we got possessed by Yomiel? In the original timeline. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. Username, how's it going? Thank you for the lurk. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. That's 2 now. Who was the first person that you blocked, Blaze? I don't know. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." Sometimes it just happens, right? Duchess is just another Tuesday. The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. Oh, just a troll? Okay. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Look at the tail on that cat. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. Just another Tuesday. There's only one Tuesday here. Have you guys all seen that
Was it Tuesday, the joke that he uses in the Street Fighter movie? M. Bison, it's so terrible, but there's a joke where he tries to make a joke that like, oh, M. Bison, I forget who he's talking to, but he's basically saying, on that day, your family was killed, your village was burned down, or all this stuff happened, you know, it was terrible, had a huge effect on your life. It was to Chun-Li, but he's like, but for me, it was just Tuesday, or something like that. Like, it's like no big deal. I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday or which day he used, just made me think of that. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. It's the kitty in that carrier. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then, after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. There it is, Jake. Thank you. With the actual quote. Perfect. I love that. It's probably one of the best parts of the movie. Not a good movie. I wanted light. A distorted, artificial light. There it is. Thank you, Hasifa. Yeah, it's like both like goofy, funny, but it's also badass. When I got my revenge on Lynn, or I would see that light, or at least that's what I like to believe. Or try to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. No. The black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look like very much of a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. So something still happens to the cat near a meteorite, right? Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside the bag, was dead. What? Oh, when she missed. Because she took some control of the gun to try to not shoot Yomiel, and she shot the cat. Bam! The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. Yeah, I think she killed the cat. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside the bag. Oh, that's so sad. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. Because we were close to our owner who has the meteorite still in him. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I can honestly say I did not see this coming at all from any angle. That's insane. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along
about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? Simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from living to the dead, but even so, there are some things you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Aww. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here for 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. But now it's going to be completely different because we saved him. Yeah, this is probably one of those things that if you know what's going on, a second playthrough, you could probably see all kinds of little hints. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, eh? So we should like lose our powers, right? Like if Yomiel doesn't die, and if Sissel the cat doesn't die, it's like starting all over, right? We're actually Yomiel's cat, Phantasma. So, Yomiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. Oh, the highlighted letters C in trick, T in time, and A in the soundtrack. Are you kidding, Diddy? You mentioned that like near the very beginning of the game. I remember us talking about that. You mentioned the highlighted letters are important. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's weird. I didn't really think about it. That is so funny. That's cool. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present. Or was it you that pointed out the letters first, Blaze? I could have sworn Diddy said like they were important to the game. I'm like, I wonder why they have them. Maybe you pointed them out, but I thought there was some other stuff. Yeah, and they explained a little bit. Right, we should get back to our new present. I mean, obviously you couldn't know, Blaze, without having played the game before, what the meaning was. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. Maybe if we were like super perspective and like studied it, we might have thought of something. So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this Game of the Dead works, eh? No matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Nine lives we saved. That's awesome, Diddy. Nice. Hey, Sissel. Yes? When we go back to our time, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. What do you mean? You were his cat before that. Why wouldn't that just continue? Oh, you mean that they can't talk like this? because he'll just be a cat. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel. How cool would that be to talk to your pets like this?
Sissel, are we ever gonna see each other again? I couldn't stand if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. Depends how old you are. They don't live super long. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you have come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. So wait, what would happen to that? So technically, Yomiel was the owner of the cat. He's committing a crime. He gets arrested or whatever. Does the detective just keep the cat? That doesn't seem right. Like, what about your other possessions? Wouldn't it go like family and stuff like that? I don't know. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. Oh, Yomiel picked the cat up after that. Okay, my bad. So yeah, the cat was just a stray. I was kind of confused about that because I thought that it was the cat the whole time, but then in the park, the cat had said, I was just wandering around, you know, like a stray. We all witnessed the birth of a brand new beginning, and now we're each going back to our new present. So yeah, that makes sense. The cat wandered into that scene. The possessed Sissel had used the cat after that, but when that's not happening, because Sissel doesn't die and can't possess and take things, then Jowd gets the cat. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait. Uh-oh. Now what? Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. It's Ray! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten already. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I am really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. Yeah, a lamp. Aether's like, wait, what? So in the very beginning of the game, there was this lamp named Ray, and he was helping us learn our powers and stuff. He basically gave us a tutorial, and then we never saw him again. Pixar, what are you doing here? But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. Close, but no cigar, did he? You changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers. I love the cartoony version of the smushed guy on the side. That's great. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. Is he the mouse we've seen all over the place? After they stole her life that night, They broke into her apartment. What? Well, they both went in there. That was different. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And then in the process, the 2 little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. Look at that! The powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. How many times do we have to see this dog get shot in the face? That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy, where Yomiel is. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the man, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red. Hold on. He was left behind with the man in the red in the deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. Not man in the red, man in red. What? Poor Missile. I know, thanks for freeze framing that, right, Aether? Just what we need to see. Blam! He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Old ancient Missile. What? Somehow he's even cuter than before. That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years was a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out? Exactly. And then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. Sorry about the changing voices. It's like I didn't know who he was. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened. But I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could, like travel through the telephone lines, for example. Wait, what? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me?
Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before, on that night the first time around.
We met before? You know, it's kind of funny. Like, some games that have crazy stuff that goes on, it's just crazy stuff and you just have to deal with it. Never tries to explain anything. This game, and I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't want to say it's a cultural thing, but I wonder if Japanese games in general, no, that's not true. Maybe just these developers. They're really, they set up all these different things, but they're really trying to give you like, I don't want to say a rational explanation, but an explanation as to why everything's happening the way it did. It's kind of cool, but it makes it very confusing.
From listening to the conversation with the two intruders in the apartment.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. No, never mind.
I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town.
I mean, also, Blaze, this is kind of similar to Shadow of Destiny that I streamed earlier, which is also like a very story-heavy Japanese game. Also has time travel. That game also went to great depths to try to explain everything.
I followed the Ghost World path to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene.
Look at that dancing lamp.
Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling death lamp. It made my first stand on end, I can tell you.
That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well.
You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me.
I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
That's what you said.
See, time travel gives you some crazy plot lines.
And then you disappeared. Away over the telephone line.
We're getting into like multiple, like, universe space-time theory, Blaze. I'm really sorry I didn't help you.
That's why I decided that, this time, I would use that desire of yours to a mutual advantage.
Mutual advantage?
The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path of doing that, it would benefit both. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to you, or to Yomiel.
What?
I gave you the information you needed to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit.
I was always wondering about the time limit. Is there actually a time limit? So Old Missile tried to get the original Sissel to help, but Sissel said sod off. Yeah. Yes, Duke, the Shadows of Memories had time travel and homunculus. And it's kind of cool, Duke. Like, when I streamed it, I kind of tried to get all the endings. I think I did. And every ending gives you a little bit more backstory into what's happening. It's a really cool game. I wish they'd make more like that. A time limit?
That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over.
Then you mean that the thing about ceasing to exist?
Oh, that. Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely.
Oh boy. He lied to us. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. The doggy is the Time Lord, manipulator of the world. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. I mean, age, you're not like 1,000-year-old. You're like over 10 years old, right? Well, he had 10 years to plan, but he had 10 years with his dog brain to plan. I just thought he would have come up with a brilliant plan on how to get milk bones or something. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Cat versus dog. Sissel, I believe in you. I always knew you could do it. So did you. I'm aged, but still no wisdom here. I feel you there, Duke. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sissel. So you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Aw, good boy. What a good boy. Now then, farewell, Sissel. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. Makes you wonder, if something crazy happened, would Gus or Jesse or Georgie do some crazy ghost powers to try to, like, save me and Andy? You hope so. How come it's dark? I'll just turn on this light here. No, they wouldn't, John. They're dogs. But if they had special powers, Blaze. It went off correctly. Oh, there we are. Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee, it worked. But it's not even my birthday today. It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again. That's all right, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Dad, you're home. Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Oh, we're seeing when they first meet. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too. Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective. So she's still wearing the badge that she got 10 years ago. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me this badge, I knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, eh? Now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. That you will. That you will. On to Kitty. Well, I guess us. It's weird to think that's us, you know? Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same kitten. That's right. The very one. You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he just never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. Wait, so is there still some weird meteor stuff that's going to keep us alive forever? It seems to me that I've heard that name somewhere before.
Why is the cat not aging?
I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
Oh, and she's not dead.
All right, everyone. Let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom.
A big-ass turkey. Do you guys ever regularly cook huge turkeys or just for Thanksgiving? Or, I guess a lot of you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but like certain holidays. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow too. I don't know who's talking. I'm sure they must sell whole chicken or turkeys all year long. I just never have one except for Thanksgiving. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. Yeah, we didn't see Missile, did we? And now, this is my new fate. Still got them powers, that's why we're not getting any older. They each eat a whole turkey? I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns of the... And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Holy crap, guys. That was insanity. What did you all think of it? Oh wait, there's still more. Habanero. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday.
There's Missile.
Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it.
Well, he's eating spaghetti or something? The mom's just watching. She's like not even eating. So in this world, Aether, Yomiel did not die. He should have been arrested though. But his legs got crushed. There. Now, do you like that? Not bad, huh? Definitely not good. Maybe I can be just like the great detective. Just like Inspector Cabanilla. What kind of example is Inspector providing for his men? A dancing example. More scenes throughout the credits. See, those are the best kind of credits. Keep you interested. Yeah, he could be better by now, did he? As long as it wasn't, like, completely destroyed. Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were going to be picking up new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time job here just so you could eavesdrop? And the turkey hat.
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals.
And the bartender's guile haircut. These after Phoenix Wright credits. Yeah, this is the same director as Phoenix Wright, I think. I love that so much. La la la. I've never cooked this way before. So excited. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek. I can't read it all.
Is this really necessary? The new curry chicken menu item?
Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now, good luck with the taste testing. At least for the way I read. It's a little quick.
Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
Oh, this guy. He's back. I always love that. Where are they now? I will say, Diddy, there's a really funny video I watched a while back that it was like a Where Are They Now for FMV game actors and actresses. And that's actually how I first found out about the Harvester guy being a pedophile. But they had a whole bunch of characters from games I used to like in the past. It was cool.
Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
That looks like a lot of explosives. You always were a kitty fiddler, Steve.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams.
Wait, so they killed themselves, and this guy just got a couple $1 million? What? The main harvester guy, Duke, the main character, Steve. Yeah, it turned out that he got arrested for having like a bunch of, I don't know if he had kid porn on his computer or if it was something worse, I forget. If he actually did stuff to kids.
So this is where you were, Papa.
That's right, sweetheart.
Darling husband, don't you have any ideas you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories. The indiscretions of a minister, perhaps?
Now, you must not talk that way in front of our darling angel.
Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband.
It was the kitty porn? Or CP, is that what that is? Oh, coriander is another name for cilantro. I didn't know that, did he? Look at the size of those grapes.
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, those grapes are looking really good.
The Yonoa is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir. He just lost his head.
Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright right now.
I know, it kind of wrecks... I mean, definitely wrecks your idea of the guy. I don't know if it wrecks the game, but it definitely changes your thoughts of it when you're playing it. The funniest part, Duke and Duchess, is you can find a photo of the guy when he got arrested. He's wearing the same shirt from the game.
Love, peace, and pigeons. Love, live, rock and roll.
Oh, child pornography for CP, okay.
Stop the park from charging and missing. Protect the rights of those who live here.
The rock guy's like, yeah, get away. Yeah, maybe it was right after he finished his lines. No, I think this was like many, many years later he got arrested, Blaze. Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Well, then let me show you a new dance. It's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? I love his dance. His dance is great. I mean, that's the same dance he's always been doing, but it's awesome. We gotta let him finish this masterpiece first. Also, Duke and Duchess, if you guys are big fans of Harvester, look up on YouTube like an early trailer of the game. They actually, when they started making the game originally, it was not full motion video. They had like pixel art graphics for the close-ups of the characters and stuff. It looked really cool. I actually kind of wish that they had used that graphics. As far as I know, everybody in Phantasmagoria is okay. I love Phantasmagoria. Speaking of Phantasmagoria, I actually just saw a video recently of the actor in Phantasmagoria 2 reached out, kind of talked about his role in the game a little bit, and he was trying to promote something else, but it was just kind of neat to see him again. Oh, you out of here? Thanks for the good stream, way past my bedtime. Oh, good night, Tiny. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you get some good sleep, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah, the second one is not as good as the first one, in my opinion. Some people like it more, but I like the first one more. I wish there was some correlation between the two games. It's like a completely different game. 10 young years, Yomiel. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. So now that's him in the pink shirt doing all the artwork.
Thank you, Sissel.
Is this Lynn? And he can walk. Yeah, good catch. There was one character from Phantasmagoria 1 that's in Phantasmagoria 2. Just one character. It doesn't play the same character, but the actress is in both games. I don't think that was Yomiel. Oh, they did say yes, thanks, Sissel. I was thinking it was the person talking to Yomiel. Screwed that up. Aw. So wholesome. Whoa, that was cool. That would have been neat on a 3DS, watching him jump from the second screen to the bottom screen. Got that anime music for the credits.